Development for Hasbro Properties Group. What our group does is all the out-licensing for Hasbro Properties, which include Transformers, G.I. Joe, My Little Pony, Littlest Pet Shop, and every one of the banners that's up there. If it's our property, we do the out-licensing. Within that group, my team works on style guides. We do all the style guides for all the properties.
And I'm Richard Zamorano. I work on the design side of licensing, so I oversee the product development of all licensed products across all categories of our business. So whether I'm working with IDW on the comic development or our collectible licensee Diamond on the statue and bus development, as well as some of our software licensees and apparel licensees on fashion development. We work across a wide range of different categories and across many different steps of approval, right from concept to retail sample.
Within what style guides, what licensing style guides are, there's really two kinds of style guides. There's a brand guide and a licensing guide. A licensing guide is more of a fashion guide because what we do is design things that people would use. We design, it contains all the artwork that licensees use to make licensed product, whether it's t-shirts or backpacks, pretty much anything other than publishing, because we can't do enough artwork for publishing. But we do we design everything that goes onto it, or at least have the elements that a licensee can take to do their own designs. For the Transformers guide, we had over 100. It's called brand badges in the back. That kind of go for all ages. You know, we try to design different styles, so it can be used for different. They can be used for different things. We have three volumes with over, like I said, over 100 badges, over 50 robot illustrations that were done by Industrial Light and Magic for us. So what you see on the movie screen is what you see in the style guide, and what you see on the licensed product, unless it's line art, which is based on this. But the any of the 3D art was all done by Industrial Light and Magic. So there's a continuity there that goes all the way through. And you see they also did the packaging artwork was also done by them. The busts that you're going to see on the packaging was also done by ILM for the continuity.
And if I can just give you an idea of how our product development process works and give you some examples. Our product development for creative, the schedule can vary depending on the type of product that we're producing or that our licensees are producing. So for example, comic development per issue, probably a good month and a half to 2 months of creative development time. They'll start off with the script or with the concept, and then they'll go to script. Once the script is approved, they'll stop penciling the pages. Depending on who the artist is, it could move pretty quickly, or it could take a little more time than anticipated. Usually, our comic publishers use established Transformers talent, so it does move pretty quickly. And then once the pencils are approved, they'll go to color, and then to print production after they're approved. For something like a statue, the product development time frame is a bit longer. It could take anywhere between 6 months or a year, depending on the size of the piece, how detailed it is, what type of scheduling they're utilizing, and factories they utilize. Something like a t-shirt could just be a week's time, because it's just a matter of taking an image from the style guide and printing it on fabric, so it's usually a pretty quick process. So, we kind of have to get used to different development schedules and, different phases through the different phases.
When we start developing a style guide, we always have to do a lot of trend research before. So we'll find trend sites, and we have trend sites like WGSN that shows us what we hope the color trends for the next 2 years will be, what the design styles 2 years down the road will be. So when the guide comes out and the clothing 6 months from now hits the stores, it's within, it's on trend, and color is proper and all that stuff. So we do a lot of that before we develop the guide. What you see on this side is a lot of the stuff, like a portion of the stuff we developed for the movie guide. The illustrations come in, backgrounds are developed, and then they're turned into the badges that are sent out to the licensees. On this side is the newest stuff that I'm working on now. It's a new classic guide, all new robot art by Don Figueroa, color by Josh Burcham and Mike Garcia. A cover, commission cover by those guys, by Don. And as what I was saying about the trend research, we have a tattoo artist that's working on the black and white stuff. He does a lot of tattoo designs. We have a studio in London and 2 in New York that are doing the sort of the Russian poster look, and then we'll have a couple other looks in there also. But this one, this guide, they all look different. So, this was done in 3 books and 3 volumes. This one's going to be a comic book, pretty much because it was done by Don. So, we'll make it a comic book with the same kind of paper they would use for the comic. So we try to make our guides different. The case that we came up with, I don't know if you guys saw the movie last night, but when you do the Hoover Dam scene, they had all the documents lined up, and when I was looking for something to make a case out of, I was going through all the movie reference, and I said, wow, that'd be kind of cool. I'll just match what they did on there. And so all this is pretty much what's on there, but I just changed the release date for the movie, and it says licensing style guide, date, but it was printed on real cheap paper, cheap looking paper, which is very expensive, but it looks cheap. It only looks cheap. So that's kind of I wanted to tie in something with the movie where it was a little bit obscure, so that people would if they watched the movie would kind of notice what I had done. And I've been here for 22 years, so this is one of my last Transformer illustrations that I did was a packaging illustrator. Back when I actually used paint and brushes and not pixels, and no Photoshop. So, and when you made a mistake on that, you had to white everything out and start all over again.
Wow.
And this airbrush would spit, and there was no Command Z. I love Command Z. Any questions? Maybe 1 or 2.
When are those expected to hit shelves, those shirts and stuff based on those designs?
Well, we hope we could have them out this week, but no, the guide's scheduled for release end of August to the printer, and as soon as it's printed, it'll go out to licensees, and if the licensees like it, whenever they decide to start producing it. I mean, that's the thing. It goes out to it's up to the licensees what they do.
Yeah, with apparel development, the development time frames are usually pretty quick. It doesn't take as long to produce a shirt and get it out there. So hopefully, within the next 8 months or so, you might be seeing some things.
The good thing is our account rep, our account manager who does apparel, saw all this last week and went crazy for us.
Everyone's really
hopefully. She'll be able to sell it in. If she sells it in, then it'll be out there.
See it pretty quick.
I hope it works because I like it.
Yeah, it's actually gotten a lot of great internal feedback, and everyone who's been seeing it today has been responding to it really well.
Well, it makes me feel as if I'm, like I said, it's all a shot in the dark a lot of times. I did all the research and sent out all the reference, hoping it was going to be what people like. So it seems the response today from all you guys has been good. So. And since it's an adult base, and the fans of the guys that usually buy the apparel, it's good to know that you guys like it.
Yeah, right now there's some kids stuff coming. Kids for the new movie, there was some kids apparel.
Right. Yeah. There's some adult stuff coming out. Right.
Yeah. There are
for the movie.
Yeah. You'll see a lot of, like, for the specialty market, we produce several adult SKUs for the movie. So places like Hot Topic, you'll find a lot of really cool adult T-shirts. One of our licensees, Mighty Fine, they produce some high-end adult T-shirts for not for the movie, mostly for Gen 1, but there are a lot of adult.
We provided them a lot of stuff to use. So hopefully they'll be getting out.
No, those aren't available to the guides.
Unfortunately, the guides go to licensees only, and they're all signed for, and we have a list of who has them. And especially this. This was, I mean, you had to pretty much sign your life away to get one of these.
Really
you know.
seems so.
It was, you know, so these were all accounted for, and we make them look pretty because we like. I mean, they could actually be just on a Xerox paper if you want. I like them to look pretty. We try to make them look different from what they are. So.